the chairs away, so that way everyone's standing. When everyone's standing, you tend to have their attention more. When they sit down at a table, they're like kind of slouching over, they start eating, and they're... Okay, so when I do my demo, I do taste the Tupperware, and I have the host make absolutely no additional food. If they make something extra, we can put it in the laundry room or put it in the refrigerator or the stove, and they can bring it out whenever I'm leave. Because I have I have a special amount of time I'm going to be there, and their guests probably have a short amount of time. They want to be there too. There's a lot of food for them to graze on. It's going to drag the party out. So make sure when you're doing your demo, a food demo, there is absolutely no additional food. Okay? Now I do a chicken. When I first get there, I have the host do the chicken ahead of time. Because the chicken takes approximately 7.5 minutes per pound. I tell the host to get a 4.5 pound chicken. And so it takes 25, 30, 35 minutes, depending on the size of the chicken. So I have the host of the chicken before everybody shows up. As soon as I get in the door, I put my things down, I pull out my stack cooker, and I tell her, you're going to do the chicken so it's ready when your friends get here. Now, if your party's over 2 hours, you need to cut time off everywhere you can. And if you guys are all standing around watching the microwave wait for that chicken to get done, you're wasting time, aren't you? So that's time that you could have done ahead of time. So the host goes ahead and does it. I have her do it. I have her cut there's a bunch of little fatty pieces off the bottom and around the neck. I have them cut that off so that way there's all the grease in there. I have them put a whole onion inside the cavity of the chicken, and I sprinkle on Italian herb seasoning. Italian herb seasoning so that way I can display that particular kind of seasoning. I put the chipotle and my salsa, and then I do something else with cinnamon vanilla, a dessert. So that way I'm showing them all 3 seasonings. I bring my spice shakers with all 3 in them. I'll take a spoon and turn over and put a little bit of cinnamon vanilla in there and have them taste it. Same thing with the chipotle. The Italian herb, I have them smell because people don't like to eat like Italian herb seasoning. They won't buy it afterwards if you have them eat raw Italian herb seasoning. So don't do that. But if they touch their glass, the condensation, then touch the spoon, they'll be able to taste it. Then they have to use a different finger for the chipotle, okay? So we make a big joke about that. All right, everybody use another finger, no double dipping. And they laugh. So they've all got a glass in their hands so they can touch the condensation and try it. And a lot of times they're really surprised that we do seasonings. And seasonings are something that you can add on sale at the very end of your demo. If you have a packet out of each and say, now you can go ahead and start with all 3 of these. You can buy 2 of them. What did you want to start with today? Now I didn't give them a choice of do you want to buy it or do you not want to. I asked them, do you want to buy a 3-pack or do you want to buy them individually? Which ones did you want? A good thing to do when to have seasonings on hand. You want to buy a bunch of stuff and have on hand. Seasonings are a good one to do because you can have them there. People are impulsive. You know, I've got these seasonings. I think I've got 2 left of that cinnamon vanilla if you want to take one home. And they're like, wow, okay, let me do that. So it's a quick, easy way to add on sales and let them take something home. You can reorder them and have them shipped back to you. So what I do is I talk about the best value here tonight. I'm going to show you the thing that people either A, buy the most at my parties, people either B, date a party to get for free, or people either C, join to get at a discount. And that's our stack cooker. Now you might want to ask why I have a bow on the top.
Why do you have a bow on the top?
I'm glad you asked me why there's a bow on the top. This is a present to you. There are things that you're going to buy that are something for your family, something for your home. This is a gift for yourself. The stack cooker is going to save you so much time, so much money. If I told you that this would keep you out of the kitchen, you would tell me it was priceless, wouldn't you? Now, let me ask you something. When you were growing up, did someone sit you down and say, I'm going to teach you how to cook? You know, 9 times out of 10 at my parties, no one says yes. Someone sat me down and taught me how to cook. Well, what if I told you tonight I'm going to teach you how to cook a whole rotisserie chicken in the microwave? It's going to be something that you're so proud to put on the table to your family and friends. Would you be excited? And they always go, yeah. The thing is, people got away from teaching their kids how to cook meals. Everything got so fast and disposable, didn't it? Well, we're trying to bring it back to something that you're happy and proud to put on the table to your family. So this is truly a gift. Now I bring this bow with me to every party. I have to re-fluff it up, but it's just a pretty little bow. Okay, so this is our stack cooker system. This is a system. Now every system you have in your home right now probably saves you time, money, energy, all kinds of things like that, right? So I'm going to show you the complete system. You can get it in pieces, but the best value here today is to get the entire system, all right? It also comes with a recipe book. How many people love a recipe book? Like instructions? Me too. But this recipe book is really, really special. Then I open up and go, oh no, my kids must have up? Oh, no, they didn't cut it up. Okay. Okay, so this recipe is special because the stack cooker starter set, I'm going to show you in just a second how it stacks up. And they're really close to me because they're standing around an island, so they can see. And I tell them, you see here how it has the different levels? And they go, oh, yeah. It shows you that you can cook something in one piece, and then you can find a recipe here, cook something in the second level, and then maybe flip over here, find a recipe, and cook something in the third level. So you could really and truly stack up a meal and cook an entire meal in 20, 25 minutes in your microwave. But I'm going to show you something tonight that isn't in this recipe book that you can go home and duplicate really quick and easy. Now the stack cooker set comes with a few pieces. Now I made our chicken. Now I bring a whole complete brand new set, the whole entire thing, and then I bring the one that I make my chicken in. Because, they've already seen the chicken. Does anyone want to walk this chicken around? This is my chicken. I'll show you in just a second. John. Hey, John. This is my Italian herb chicken. John's going to walk around and let you guys look at it. Okay, so I'm going to start with a piece that I use probably the most. And this is our 4-quart. And if you turn it over, and 3-quart casserole bottom, if you turn it over and let them see you look at the size on the bottom, then they know that they can do what you're doing. You turn it over and look, oh, this is the 3-quart. This one's a 3-quart casserole dish. Make your job easy. Because if it looks like you're perfect and do everything the right way all the time, then they're going to go, I could never do what she does. But if it looks like it's something they could get up and do the next day, then they're going to want to do it. So we've got the 3-quart, the 1 3/4 quart. This doubles as not just a top, but you can also cook in it. Then we've got our colander and a comb. Now let me tell you a few things about this. Does anybody have a small amount of space in your cabinets where space is a premium? Okay. Do you see the colander? This works as just a regular colander in your kitchen, as well as something you can cook in. So you could do away with some of those extra colanders, donate them to a women's shelter, donate them to someplace, and this could double as your colander that you're using in your home. What about anyone that likes to bake? Does anyone like to bake? Okay. It also comes with this ring with the cone in the middle. So you can bake a bundt cake and do away with your bundt pan. If you didn't want to bake in the oven, you could bake in the microwave and do away with your bundt pan. Now let me tell you another thing that's good with this cone. Do you know a microwave is only 1.5 inches long? Thank you, John. Did anybody know that? A microwave is only 1.5 inches long. I told you you were going to learn some stuff tonight, right? A microwave is only 1.5 inches long. So if you have any dish that's ever bigger than 1.5 inches, you need to have some way for the microwaves to get in and cook the food the other way. So the cone allows the microwaves to go in and cook from the inside out. See, now there's no place in there that's over 1.5 inches long. I do my roasted potatoes in here. Everybody like pan roasted potatoes? So we cut up the red potatoes, put them in here with a little bit of onions, put a little bit of olive oil on it, a little bit of Italian herb seasoning, put it in the microwave for 8 to 10 minutes. They're the best oven roasted potatoes without having to heat your whole entire kitchen. Mm-hmm. So this isn't just for oven roasted potatoes and chicken. I've done ribs, pot roast, fajitas, pork chops, all kinds of things in here. It's probably my favorite piece is this 3/4. Now, how do you guys currently cook chicken and hamburger meat at home? Somebody tell me.
On the stove.
So on the stove, you stand there and you stir, and you stir, and you stir. Can you walk away?
No.
Can you leave it?
No.
No. This is how I cook my my hamburger meat at home. And then you drain all the grease off, don't you? Okay, so this is how I cook my hamburger meat at home. I have 5 of us, so I don't cook just a pound or 2. I'll take 3 pounds of hamburger meat, put it in here. I'll put my lid on, put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. I come back maybe 10 minutes later because the microwave stopped. I mix it all up, chop up the pieces, put it back in for another 3-4 minutes, come back 10-20 minutes later, and do the same thing. And after 3 times, it's completely cooked. And guess what happens? My hamburger meat doesn't have that greasy, slimy feel to it because it's steamed all the grease out. It's in the bottom. So if you have somebody that's trying to watch their weight or be a lot more heart conscious because they don't need all that grease and cholesterol in their meat, this is the perfect way to do it. I could have taken that chicken and put it in my colander and cooked it this way so all the grease went to the bottom as well. So this colander is going to be your best friend if you really want to eat a low-fat diet. This is going to help you steam it out. If you cook it in that pan, even in a Tupperware pan, cook it and cook it and cook it in that grease, then you've got to drain it. And you never get all that out, do you? Do you ever feel like patting your meat dry? This is the perfect way to take care of that. Now it also comes with 2 seals. Do you ever make something and wish then you have to put it in another container, put it in the fridge, the next day you pull it out, you have to put it in something microwavable and then microwave it? Tupperware has solved that. So let's say I made a soup in here, a stew in here, or I made the pork chops, made something, and I didn't eat all of it. My family didn't. I would seal it up, stick it in the refrigerator. The next day, take the seal off, put the lid back on, and I can re-microwave it in the same container. It's going to save you a lot of time. You're not going to dishwash extra things. This is probably my favorite system Tupperware has ever come out with. It's made out of polymer material, right? Polycarbonate. There you go. And it's really perfect for your microwave. Now I'm going to give you guys a recipe. If you're writing down, you're going to love this recipe. It's probably my kids' favorite thing I ever make. My kids call it pork chops and mushrooms. So you take a package of the mushrooms, slice them up. Package of 2 onions, slice them.
2 what?
2 whole onions, medium onions. Put in the bottom. We take 6 pork chops and put it on top. Take a can of cream of mushroom soup.
Wait a minute, I can't write this down.
Lenita, you don't take shorthand.
No, do we get 6 pork chops?
6 pork chops.
One package of fresh mushrooms?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, chop that.
Mm-hmm. So onions, and then the mushrooms, and then 6 pork chops raw. And then I take a can of cream of mushroom soup and a can of water. Mix that together and then pour over the top. And I put the lid on and put it in the microwave for 22 minutes. It's the best pork chops and gravy you'll ever have. Serve it over rice, mashed potatoes. Fantastic. 22 minutes.
Everybody's going to be stopping at the grocery store.
The pork chops are so tender they fall off the bone.
How many onions?
2 medium onions or 1 big old onion. Now, the stack cooker is a set that you can do multiple different things. Let's say that today we did this demo here and we did the whole rotisserie chicken, right? And then Marge dated from my party. And some of the same people are going to come to Marge's. Well, then what I would tell Marge to do is to have all the ingredients to make meatballs. Because you can patty up meatballs, put them in here, and stack them 2 or 3 levels high. Put it in the microwave for 18 to 20 minutes, and then have meatballs with pasta, and it's quick and easy. Now, whenever I do my demo, I've shown them all of this, and then I go right into showing them our shears. Let me show you the shears, or just keep them going?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so these are our shears. This is probably the last pair of kitchen scissors I'm ever going to buy. I've had these in my personal kitchen for 7 years now. They come apart for easy cleaning. This is to scale all your root vegetables, carrots, potatoes, things like that. This is to zest a lemon or to scale a fish. This here opens bottles, put it back together. It cuts and strips wires, opens jars, and it's a screwdriver. But the thing I love about it most is it cuts right through bones. Not through the wing, not through the little, like through the joints, but right through the bone, the leg bone, the hardest part of the whole chicken. It cuts right through it. They cut at an angle, it goes quick and easy, it goes right through it. So I would take this and cut out some pieces of the breast meat. Now, right before I do the chicken, I have them help me make pasta. And we drain the pasta in my pasta maker. And so this is when I would either add the meatballs on top, or now I would add the chicken right to it, and then I would open up a can of Alfredo sauce and then pour right on top of it. Now, how many of you have a real recipe for Alfredo? You can personally make Alfredo at home. Okay, 2 or 3 people in the room. Not a lot of people know how to make Alfredo because it's a difficult thing to do. And if you break it or add the wrong stuff, it's oily and greasy and really kind of gross. They have some fabulous, this was $1.68 at the grocery store. So if we're having your host get a thing of spaghetti noodles, and as soon as you get there, do not leave it in her package, put them in your modular mate. I don't care, don't bring the noodles, because you're not supposed to supply the food, they are. So put them in your modular mate. So you can talk about the modular mates, you can talk about your spices and all that. Don't use any products that are not Tupperware at your demo. Always use Tupperware products. Make the pasta, drain it. I don't care if it's elbow noodles, whatever it is. Put the meatballs right on top, pour spaghetti sauce on top, marinara. That's it. It's a quick, easy demo that's quick and fast. And people will go, wow, she made fettuccine Alfredo that fast. So it makes them say, well, I can do that too. I mean, how many people can buy a jar and just pour it on top? It's quick and easy. So it's a way to have them think about those meals.